Hey, what's going on, dudes and dudettes? It's Pip Surfer with another daily update for the Cowabunga system. Today's Tuesday, February 2nd, 2010. Hope you all are having a great day. And just a quick update from me. There's been a lot of snow here. I live out in the east coast of the U.S. in Virginia, and we just got hit with a huge snowstorm. So kind of been trapped in the house, but it's been fun. And just wanted to let you all know what's going on over here on my neck of the woods. But hope you all have been having fun trading, and we're just going to get right into today's update. First of all, if this is your first time watching these videos, you're going to want to click on the link right above it that says, if this is your first time visiting this blog, read this first. Click on that link and it'll give you the rules to the system, this Cowabunga system. Go ahead and read that and digest it, go over it, kind of get used to it, and then come back and watch these videos later, because if you're just watching this for the first time with no knowledge of the system, you're going to get lost. It's not really going to do you any good. But however, if you've read it thoroughly and kind of understand the gist of it, then these videos are meant to help you and guide you as you try to trade the system. So that's what really this blog is for. So for you regulars out there, thank you for coming back, thank you for watching, and I hope these videos are helping you out in your trading. So we're just going to jump right into it. I have my 15-minute and my 4-hour chart open for the cable. First thing I want to do is take a look at my trend. So I'm going to open my 4-hour chart, and I'll move this to before midnight so you can see what it looked like. And you can see that our most recent trend change candle, if we go back, was back here on the 28th of January, and it's for a downtrend. And since then we haven't had any new trend change candles. Therefore, at the start of our day, our trend was still down and we were looking only for short trades. And if I move through today's action, you can see that the trend remained down. There were no new trend change candles, although most of the movement was slightly bullish. No new trend change candles during our session. Therefore, the trend remained down, and we still looked for short trades the entire day. And as I'm doing this update, it looks like we may have a trend change candle forming, but we'll have to wait and see. So, as far as today was concerned, it was a short trend, downtrend, only looking for short trades, and that was pretty much it for the trend. Now I can open my 15-minute chart, and I'm going to move this to before midnight so you can see what it looks like. And before I start trading, I want to take a look at my news for the day. So you can just go to babypips.com, click on this tools tab. It'll automatically bring up the news for the day. Just go to this time zone drop down bar and make sure that it is on the correct time zone that you're living in, so that you have the right times to watch out for. Because it's really going to be no good to you if you have the wrong time. So we're looking for news that affects either the sterling or the dollar, because that is the currency pair that we are trading. At 4:30 you can see we had PMI for the sterling, and if you go down at 10 a.m. we had pending home sales for the US, and then the rest of the news is in the afternoon when we're not trading. So really just two news events for today, 4:30 and 10 a.m. Eastern time. So you just want to jot that down, a notepad, or set an alert or some kind of alarm just to let you know when those news events are coming out, because part of the rules is that we're not in the market when news comes out. So just jot that down, make a note of it, and just remember we're not in the we're not in the market during those news times. So okay, so I jotted that down. I know I'm only looking for short trades. Now I'm ready to start trading. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move my chart forward one candle at a time and simulate a day, and get you to see my thoughts as I see the market unfolding, and hopefully it'll get you to start thinking the way that I think when it comes to trading this system. So we'll just go ahead and move forward. Remember, I'm only looking for short trades, so the first thing that's going to trigger me is if I see a crossover to the downside. Alright, so here I get a crossover. This is at 2 a.m. Now I just got to look at the indicators. RSI is below 50, stochastics are trending down, MACD is positive and losing value. This is a valid entry. So we would enter at the close of this candle, or as close to it as possible. In this case it's 59.27. Our stop will be at the most recent swing high at 59.58. And our target will be at the nearest 0.50 level. In this case it's 5900. So it gives us about 27 pips of potential profit, and that's perfectly fine. So now that we're in the trade, we're just going to watch it, and if I'm still in the trade by the time news comes around at 4:30, then I'll exit, whether I'm positive or negative. That's just part of my rules. So I'll move forward, And you can see, unfortunately, we get stopped out right at 230. So it's a small loss there. So just jot that in the books. And again, we're just continuing to look for more short trades. And then here we get another crossover right away to the downside. RSI is below 50, stochastics trending down, MACD is positive, and it looks like it's right at 0, so you could say it's positive and losing value, or even positive and going slightly negative. In either case, it's still a valid entry. This is at 3 a.m., closes at 3:15. Our news isn't until 4:30. Gives us about an hour and 15 minutes for a trade to mature, and that's still okay. To me, that's still enough time to watch a trade. So I'll go ahead and enter there at the close of the candle, again, or as close to it as possible. That's at 59.28. Our stop's going to be at the most recent swing high, which is at 59.68. And then our target's at the nearest 0.50 level, which is again at 5,900. Gives us about 28 pips of potential profit, so that's okay. And again, same rules will apply. I will watch the trade, and if I'm not out by 4:30, then I'll just manually exit, whether I'm positive or negative. So we'll just move forward, and you can see we get very close to hitting our target here. It gets down to 59.01, but doesn't quite hit our target, so I'm just going to go ahead and let it run. And unfortunately it bounces back up here. And here you can see this is 4:15. Obviously our target isn't hit. We're still in the trade, but I know news is coming out at 4:30. So you're just going to want to close out here, and it's right around break even. If you waited till the very close, it's right at break even. So you might even take it out just being slightly positive just to cover the spread, whatever you want to do. But you know that you're going to be out during this candle. It doesn't look like your target's going to be hit. So at this point, just exit as best as you can to break even, or even with a slight, pip or two of profit, because you know that this one's kind of a busted trade. So you just want to exit there. I got it at break even because we know news is coming out. And here's our news candle, and you can see that it did pay off for us to just cut our losses. So we just keep moving on. Again, here now we get a crossover again to the short side. RSI is below 50. MACD has gone from slightly positive to slightly negative, but if you look at stochastics, it's trending up. So this cancels out the signal, and you don't want to enter here. And what you can see here is a lot of choppy movement just in this short amount of time that we've been trading. So no entry there. It's probably a good idea just to stay out. So that's what I did, because stochastics didn't match our criteria. And I'll just continue to move on. And you can see it really didn't do anything, and we get more of this sideways movement. Again, still just looking for short trades. Watching closely now. Now I know news is coming out at 10, so I probably am not going to take a signal if I happen to see one here, because it's about 9:30. And there's a 10 o'clock candle. Still no crossover, so we're still watching it. Nothing going on. All right, it's 11:45, and there's noon. So no other trades, no other signals. So we just took one loss, and then we had about a break-even trade. So really just one loss in the books for today, even though we took two trades. And again, the market is just kind of ranging today, not much going on. So that's not too bad. I'm not really worried about it. But again, that's pretty much today's trading environment. Hopefully you had the same outcome as me, or perhaps better. I don't know. You might be tweaking the system to suit your style. But if you're trying to if you're just getting started and you really want to try to be as close to my trades as possible, and then you can kind of venture out on your own. But that's pretty much it for today's update. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them on the blogs or in the forums. I'll be happy to answer them. I'll do my best. But that's it. So I'll see you all on the next update. Cowabunga, dudes.